Welcome back to Footballing with Ben Roethlisberger, and I have to start the show off with a happy birthday to my mom.
Hey!
Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah.
I was trying to give more of a round of applause, but it's just me. But
Well, if we had like this whole like major print, we could do like.
yeah. Well, just imagine it, guys. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And grandma, mom, however you want to say it, because the kids,
Oh, yeah,
Happy birthday, Mom. So that's it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, guys. It was a special birthday episode.
No, we are back in the basement. I keep saying back because we didn't really leave. I left the country.
You did.
But it's not like the show went anywhere. People, by the way, did ask. As you guys probably know, the family, I was in Ireland. My family went to Ireland for the game. Quite a few people asked where Spence was.
Oh.
Why is Spence not over here? You guys doing a show over here? This, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, I brought the family.
Yeah.
Just, we don't do shows on the weekends. So.
That's true. And I know we're good friends, but the family wins, guys.
The family
Yeah,
wins.
I lose 100% of the time. Yeah. But no, I'm excited you guys got to go. I'm excited the whole family got to go because I know in talking about that, it was kind of like, hey, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they got that is awesome. And we're going to jump into that in just a minute.
Yes, I think that let's start the show off. Obviously, we got a game to talk about. A lot went on over there. We'll preview briefly next week's. Oh, actually, they'll buy, but the next game that we have, which I guess we can talk about. Let's wait. We can wait till next week. We'll figure it out. We're playing the Browns. Probably not a big deal to talk about.
That's a short show.
We just gave them everything that we needed to worry about. But we will talk about next week, this, that, and the other. But let's get into a typical. Let's get a beer.
Yep.
And then let's talk about the trip, the family trip.
Yeah, well, let me do this. So we got 3 beers here today. 2 of them are Irish staples. I thought fitting for the week that we talk about.
Oh,
the
I
Irish
hope it's
game.
not a Guinness because I drank plenty of Guinness. while I
No,
was
so
over there.
I didn't get a Guinness because I knew you would have, and then you also have it on tap,
Yes.
right over there. So I didn't get that. I got 2 other Irish staples. Do you want to start there, or do you want to get a little palate cleanser, something from the good U.S. of A?
I don't know. It doesn't matter to me, but
Okay.
I will say this: Guinness does taste better over there. It's like getting. I try to use a comparison. It's like, I don't know, cream. It's got this different flavor. The foam's a little different. I use the example of like, as you know, we have chickens.
Yes.
So when you get the eggs from the chickens and you eat them within a day, a week, that same day, whatever it is, the eggs just taste different than the ones you buy at the store. Same thing, I'm sure, if you had a cow. You got a little milk. Everything's going to taste a little different when you get stuff out of the garden. Things they taste a little different when they're like right then and
You mean
there.
better?
And
better.
then we're over there in Ireland, and the Guinness is right there, and it's almost like there's a hose from the factory to like all these different pubs.
Doing the Lord's work.
It was unbelievable.
Yes.
So anyway, the Guinness does taste better over there.
It's is that all you drank over there?
I did drink a couple Carlsbergs during the game.
So I almost got that, but I knew you probably had some over there.
I had some of those during the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kiesel and I pounced out a couple of those.
And that's actually from Holland.
Is it not from Ireland? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, let's keep it Irish then.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll
Let's
give
keep
you
this rolling. I'm still not sure because it's like,
Yeah.
well, by the time you guys watch this, it'll be 11 o'clock
Yeah.
p.m. over the 5-hour difference. So I'm. It's not bad. Went to bed a little early last night. Didn't watch any of the games. Got up. I feel pretty good. Just got a workout in, so I feel pretty good. I don't know if it'll. I feel like going this way was better. Like going out was really tough.
I always hear east to west is the best, west to east is a beast. So you went east, going out there was tough.
Okay.
Coming back, you're like, oh,
Not as bad.
top
yeah.
of the morning to you.
Well, especially it wasn't as bad. But tell us what we got, and then we'll start talking about.
So this is another kind of staple out there. It's Smithwick's.
Yep.
Smithwick's Red Ale.
Yep.
4.5.
Kiesel was drinking this quite a bit.
It's a good beer. I haven't had one of these in forever.
Me either.
But the last time I do, not a great experience, but well, I drank a whole pitcher of it. We were doing a bar crawl. Well, not a whole pitcher. So we were doing a bar crawl. I was probably 21, and we stopped at an Irish pub in Dunedin, Florida. Shout out. And I split a pitcher with a buddy of mine. He had 1 cup. I had 1 cup. And then we're like, hey, we're leaving. I'm like, hey, we just got this pitcher. So I just drank the rest of the pitcher. I don't advise that, guys, but
No. That's not a good thing.
didn't sit right. It was a little heavy. What do you think?
So I did not have this when I was over there.
Yeah, 4.5%. Nothing crazy.
That's really good. I would have got this if I didn't have Guinness all the time. Very good. I like this. Smithwick's. Can you get this over here? Pretty easy.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
At our good friend's Giant Eagle.
No.
Yeah, a little scoop to Giant
I
Eagle.
will have to talk about somebody we know at Giant Eagle during this show at some point. I won't mention his name right now.
Yeah, well, keeping on theme, man.
Good.
So you and I we texted a little bit while you were over there during the game.
Yeah.
As we do. But I haven't heard any stories from Ireland, man. And you had a pretty packed schedule over there.
Yeah, it was, well, yes and no. It was nice because we went over with the Steelers, not the team. So they actually had two, planes going over, one with the team and all that, and then one with sponsors and some workers for the Steelers and things like that. So we jumped on that plane, and we got over there on Thursday morning. We left here like 7 o'clock Wednesday night. Got in there like 7 o'clock Thursday morning. And, try to sleep on the plane as much as you can. It's not super easy, but you get there and we kind of, we're like, okay, you don't just go to bed. It's 7 o'clock. Like Thursday was a day that we had nothing planned in terms of the Steelers had nothing planned for them. So they, because we went over with them, they had a couple things laid out they wanted us to do. And so we went over there Thursday with nothing to do. So we're like, okay, this is a day that we're going to try and just fight through whatever we need to do. Mm-hmm. And so we got there. Got our stuff to the hotel, and it was so crazy to me because we got to the hotel, and the people were super nice at the hotel. The general manager lady was unbelievable, like trying to help everybody. But by the time we got on the buses, got to the hotel, it was 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and there's two bus full of people. I mean, there's 50 to 100 people. Excuse me. They're like, rooms won't be ready till it's a 3 o'clock check-in. And I'm like, wait, how did they not plan this better? Like,
and you're 9 in the morning, you're saying?
9 in the morning.
Yeah.
So now the lady was super nice, and I guess because we were the only ones that really had young kids, that they were on the lookout. So one of our rooms was like almost ready. Cool. So we went and we got a quick breakfast in the hotel, and then we're able to at least put our bags away, and then be like, okay, let's go on an adventure while the other ones are still getting ready. And so then we went and we're like, well, let's just go see. We're staying in downtown Dublin pretty much, and it's like let's just go adventure out and see what happens. Thursday. There were quite a few. I mean, you saw a lot of black and gold. There were a lot of Steelers fans there. But as the weekend went on, they got to the point where I couldn't walk around Dublin.
Oh, I believe that.
It was crazy. And so the first thing we did, right down the street, was St. Patrick's, I think, Cathedral. You'd call it St. Patrick's Church, St. Patrick's Cathedral, like a 1081, AD type church that was very interesting. We could talk probably more offline about some of the uniqueness of it. But it was a really cool. You go in there, it was a tourist attraction. I mean, they were just you paid to get in. There was mug. I mean, you could buy stuff and
gift shop.
Yeah, it was very interesting to have in a church. It still does services.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Huh.
Again, we could talk more about some of that stuff else.
I got some questions.
And you got to go, but they did they have all these places had audio tours.
Okay.
So you either use your phone, scan a QR code, and then they had station 1, and it would tell you something about it, this and this, and all these different places. So it was really cool. The family went in there, got to look around at all that, and then from there we went just down the street, I call it a mile, maybe not even a mile, to it was actually called Christ Church.
No way.
Coincidentally enough. Cathedral, church, whatever, and it's another really, really old one. I think that's set on the foundation of a Viking type.
That's pretty cool.
Church at the beginning.
Yeah.
So we went in there and they had this. So this was a little less commercialized, but it was really old and really neat. I mean, it's these tall churches and whatever, an old Gothic type feel, right? The stone. Kept looking for gargoyles and type cool stuff, right?
Yeah, dude.
But this one had a crypt that you could go in down below. You went down these stairs and you came into this crypt and you're like, holy cow, this feels like a prison Paul was in. It just felt weird.
Dang.
And it was just you're in this basement. It's brick and stone. Yeah, it was actually pretty. Well, it was kind of duck to go under certain spots, but it was surprisingly pretty big down there. And they had some old I want to call it china, gold and silver from things and whatever down there. But it was really cool to go down there, and the kids were like, "This is creepy down here," kind of thing. And I think there's still there's actually people buried down there, in those
really?
Sure. It's a crib. That's what it is, right? So from there, we spent some time. Now we're getting to the point where we're like, okay, we're getting a little worn out. We're trying to talk what do we do? And there was some of the things on the list. And right across the street from Christ Church was the Vikings and all that were big in Ireland, right? They came over and so they had a whole museum on Viking and the medieval times in Ireland. So we got to do that, which I love the Viking stuff. I love to see all that. So we got to go through that, do a quick tour of that, and go up into the bell tower and look over all the city. That's cool, so it's pretty cool. And then we had a couple other things on the list. We're like, let's go back to the hotel And just because like Ashley's like,
Yeah.
she's a zombie. You know, we're all kind of getting there. It's like you got to either fight through this thing,
right,
or you got to figure out what to do.
That hit a Celsius one time. So you're doing all this before you even get to the hotel.
Well, we went to the hotel.
But like check in.
Yeah, before we've even done anything. So we're like, let's go back. Okay, our room's got to be ready. Let's go back to the hotel. It's not very far. Let's go back. Let's take a quick little like 2-hour nap, get back up, go do some more things, and hit dinner. So we went back. We fell asleep for like 3 hours. Woke up and we're like, all right, do we want to go try it? There was an illusions museum that had like all different, like, you know, optical illusions things, you know, where like you take a picture, the room's like upside down, but it's really not. So it looks like you're standing on this ceiling, but you're not, you know, silly things like that. We're like, let's go check that out. And so we went down to the hotel to grab dinner and we got down, we had dinner and we're like, y'all ready for bed? So we ended up going to bed at like 7:30, you know, like 7:30 or something, 8 o'clock. And then woke up on Friday, because we had to get up early too. Benjamin and I were golfing on Friday.
Okay.
So we had to get up early on Friday. So we ended up hitting the bed early. But that was a good thing because I think I woke up on Friday and I think we all felt, and the kids, the younger two, slept until like 11. Ashley got some work done. So while Benjamin and I went golfing. So I think that was like a really good thing that we didn't push it the first day too much. And so that was a great Thursday. So that was the start of our trip.
Nice.
That was a busy Thursday, but we got to see some really cool old things. But it was unique because even in some of these churches, like there was a lot of people asking for pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, man, we're walking around the Dublin thinking like, I'm going to be able to just have the freedoms, like hat down, walk fast, you know?
Yeah, it's unique. I wonder how much of that would have taken place had the Steelers not been in town.
So we talked about that. We're like, when we come back, it's got to be not during a game. Yeah. Because there was definitely a lot of Steeler fans there that knew that they're like looking around for players, right?
Well, I felt like everybody in Pittsburgh was, you know, you go on social media, everybody in Pittsburgh was in Ireland.
Yeah,
for the
sure.
past
I mean,
week,
why not? You get a chance to go there and whatever.
Man.
So,
well, and I thought it was funny too, because I was talking to Evan before the show, and it might just be because I'm tapped into the Steelers media, but I'm like, I didn't see anything about the Vikings being there. I'm like, y'all know there's another team, right?
We talked about that as the week went on, you started to see some more purple, and maybe they were in a different part of town, but they were like, again, there was like a Steelers tailgate, like a big party in a park. They had, crazy stuff. And we're like, there was hundreds, if not thousands of people in this park, Steelers fans. And I made a joke like, yeah, y'all, Minnesota's got 4 people down there. If you want a little more room, just go. But yeah, it definitely was Steeler Nation. It was Steeler takeover. Steeler takeover.
It feels like I know there's a lot of history tied in with the Rooney family, but it feels like Dublin, from what I know of it, is a perfect international sister city for Pittsburgh.
It was unbelievable.
So yeah, you mentioned going golfing. They had a couple. I saw pictures of you and Jerome.
Yes, golfing. Yes.
Where'd you guys play at?
We played at a place called Port Marinick. Hopefully I say that right. It was about a 45-minute drive. Beautiful golf course, really, really good. Flat, windy, total Irish links style course. They're actually going to supposedly host it's not called the British Open anymore. It's just called the Open Championship there in a couple years.
Nice.
And they're going to make it like over 8,000 yards long.
Jeez.
And it is so hard because the wind was blowing so much. Luckily, it wasn't raining or cold. Had like a long sleeve on. But it was blowing so much that it was affecting putts. Like little chip shots would blow. It was definitely tricky. A lot of blind shots, but we had fun. It was Benjamin and the ambassador versus Jerome and myself. So we had some fun doing that.
I feel like if I was an ambassador to anything, I would just be referred to as the ambassador.
The ambassador, Mr. Ambassador.
Yeah, that's legit.
So, but it was fun. He had a good time. First time playing golf in Ireland, and with the wind and all the good stuff. So it was a good time. So it was fun to get there and play that course. And he's all excited for when they have the championship there because he'd be like, I played it, and this, that, and the other. So that was really neat. And then I don't remember what we did Friday after golf. I feel like we just went back and kind of like ventured around again. Like it was a little bit. It actually was a later day because the golf took forever. Traffic's so bad. It's so bad to get around there. We got back. I think we just did dinner, kind of hung out. Well, I got to see some teammates and hang out with them a little bit. And then, like Saturday, we ended up going to the ambassador's house, the residence,
nice.
Where Mr. Rooney used to live.
Wow!
So got to go back over there and see that again, which is very nostalgic, very a little bit emotional, just because I was like, man, last time I was here was with him. But they did the flag football game there. There were a bunch of people there. The Steelers, obviously the Rooneys were all there and all that kind of stuff. awesome to take the whole family there, let them go see everything, be a part of that. And then from there, we went back to the hotel. We were hoping to go to the zoo, but the zoo was like closing at like 5 o'clock, which was very interesting to me. But, we just kind of made a day. I think, then from there, I ended up going and meeting a friend for a pint. And the kids went to the Illusion Museum.
Nice.
And they got got a lot of fun pictures with that. And then, it was really hard to get around for me.
Sure.
So they had a good time, like kind of doing that. We met them in a park. I met them after meeting my friend, and they did their museum. We ended up meeting in the park because it was kind of right between. Then we were going to walk home from there. And we did walk quite a bit, but just like head down, move fast.
Yeah.
And I guess they had some ice cream, and the seagulls attacked Bailey. Like they were like on her head. Jeez. Like landing on her, and she's screaming and stuff, and shit. People were just looking around like, what's going on? I wish I would have seen it. I don't know if I would have been laughing, but yeah, she got attacked by seagulls.
She
also had I think her arm got pooped on by seagulls, so she's not a big fan of the seagulls right now.
Yeah, no, I don't blame them. I mean, I feel like you see that in like touristy areas. I once in Wildwood, New Jersey, we were playing the convention center there, and we just went on the boardwalk. I watched a seagull take a piece of pizza out of a person's mouth mid-bite, and they said, "Nah, this one's for me." Not here. It's Jersey. Oof, just took it.
And they had seagull.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was great, and then obviously the game, which we can get into the actual game. But it was fun to get to hang out with a lot of the guys. Got to sit with Kiesel and James Ferrier, Ike Taylor, Carnell Lake was in there with us. Obviously other people.
Yeah.
Mike Marchinsky, who actually started Renegade, who created the Renegade whole thing. That's pretty cool.
Wild, man. What was it like hearing it?
It was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Everything was amazing. I mean, the fans never sat down once. It's like a soccer game. They never sat down. You had they had this little Irish band in the corner, but all this real quick, and they'd be all this stuff.
I mean, their chants are way better than
it was really could. But like Larry Richard, the Steelers announcer, he was the announcer of the game. So it was a Steelers home game.
Yeah.
Get introduced, be on the field pregame, getting to see all the guys, getting ready for doing the terrible towel thing with Jerome was really cool, being on the field. So it was a really cool experience. Being in that stadium was unbelievable. I don't know why it felt so much different. I think it's set so far back from the field, but just being in there was just a really cool experience. Really surreal. The history of that stadium, which is unbelievable, which if people don't know, go look up Crook Park and look at the history of it and the tradition. I mean, they typically don't let anything go in that, no sporting events go in there except for Gaelic football. And what's that weird sport they play with the ball and the stick? Not like field hockey, but it's like, I can't think of what it's called right now.
Cricket?
They'll help it. No. Something like that. But I can't think of what the name is. But they just don't allow things in there. They're letting this in there.
Wow.
It was just, so it's a really cool thing to be in there. There's like back in like when Ireland was still, I think, under control of the UK or of Britain, British soldiers came in and like shot people during a Gaelic football game and killed a bunch of people, including a player. So the stadium still is all the original stuff. There's just a lot of
history,
unbelievable history in that stadium. 4th largest stadium all of Europe.
Really?
83, something like that. So it was really cool to be there, to be a part of the history and the tradition, be around people, to see the genuine excitement. I mean, even the Irish people that lived there were excited about what was going on. And so it was really cool.
Sure.
Really cool. It's something that you would want to see happen more often over there with at least with Steeler Nation. I don't listen, if the Broncos and Browns came over there, probably not the same.
Well, dude, it was funny because I was sitting there. We watched it with Alex because he couldn't travel. And I made a joke. I was like, yeah, man, like you have to get these franchises that are like legacy franchises. I mean, no one's going to go to an international game if the Browns are playing and they are playing in London. So
doesn't surprise.
Yeah, I saw it. And then the commercial came on. It was, I think it's I don't know who they're playing, but it was like the London game. I'm like, oh, geez.
Well, Minnesota stayed there. They're playing in London this week.
Sure. Are they playing the Browns?
Well, I don't think so because we have the Browns the next week, so they had to have a bye week. Yeah. But the Minnesota was going from Ireland to London, maybe. So they were just kind of staying over there.
Is that
which would be bizarre? 2 weeks away from like your family and stuff, unless they're with you, and then even if they were like school, like that's a long time to be over there.
Yeah, they're playing the Vikings October 5th. Right? Yeah. I thought they were playing the Lions. They're playing they're next week.
So they got to come back from playing and play us right away. Usually you get a bye after that.
I don't know, man. That's just, I mean, this is just what the internet's telling me.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, so yeah, that'd be either crazy or cool, right? Because you go over and you can have like maybe a little European experience there, or it's the worst. You're coming back and you're like,
no doubt.
Yeah, I think one thing that was really cool watching all of that was the amount of former players that they were incorporating to the events around the city. Because it felt like, at least from what I was seeing on like social media and the different things that the Steelers were putting out and the NFL was putting out, there was a lot of like cool events around the city that were happening.
There were so many events.
Yeah. What was you mentioned taking part in a couple of them. What was it like? I would imagine you guys were probably all at the same hotel. What was it like just seeing the guys again, having those conversations, being kind of like the new ambassadors of the sport, you know? Right.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There were 2 different hotels that guys were at, so we kind of mix and match. But got to see guys like Max Starts, B-Mac. I said James Ferrier, Ike Taylor. We did a tailgate. They called it a tailgate. That big party I told you about in the park. It was myself, Pounce, and Ike. Sat up on stage and kind of answered some questions, talked to the fans, did some things like that. So that was really fun to be up there, be a part of that with those guys. And then being at the game with those guys and talking to them. Kiesel obviously was there. It just was, it was neat to just have the time. And we got to spend some time, I think it was Saturday night for the game. We sat in the hotel lobby and just kicked it all night and just talked and laughed and had fun and caught back up, which the other unique thing is most of us are going to get to see each other again in a month because the Super Bowl 20 anniversary is in a month. So it was neat to see each other and then get a chance to do it again in a month.
You think as the game grows international like that, if it starts to gain traction, you'll ever see a Super Bowl in an international stadium?
I think that would be tough.
Yeah.
I think, because I don't know how would the NFL or that, because that's one of the appeals of having a Super Bowl in the stadium, in the city, is all the proceeds, like all the money that goes into that city.
Sure.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess that'd be tough. I don't know. It'd be hard.
Yeah, it feels like they're making a huge push internationally, not only with just like the teams going. I mean, you got London, you got Brazil. Were they Rio? Was it this year?
Yeah, Mexico City usually. Yeah,
and you know, obviously the one in Ireland, and yeah, you have Bad Bunny was just announced doing the halftime show, getting an international artist, huge international artist, big here, but I think in the rest of the world, very big. Yeah, so I don't know if it's out of the scope. I don't know how the business end of that goes. To your point, but
that'll be the only interesting part.
Yeah, well, let's jump into another beer. Let's do this. Yeah, let's. So this is your other half of the black and tan.
Oh, a little harps.
Yeah, a little harpski.
Okay. Justin can't make.
Should we call Justin?
Well, I asked Justin. I said it was weird because I was over there. You know, he's claims to be Irish.
Yeah.
And I was over there, and they just kept talking about this guy that if you can't make black and tan, you can't come back in the country. So that's probably why he lost his Irish card.
He's like a legend over there. He's like,
in the bad way.
O'Brien.
That guy.
So maybe that's where the O came from. It's like, O'Brien. Justin O'Brien.
Justin O'Brien. And he just lost the O when he came over here because he felt,
So this is a harp lager. Again, easy drinking over there.
Super easy.
4.5.
It's a little different than drinking a Guinness.
Yeah. Did you get to go to the Guinness factory?
We did not, and I'm so bummed about that.
Yeah.
There was 2 trips that we didn't realize that we should have done. And a lot of it, we did kind of dictate where we're going off how many people we knew were going to in terms of like a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Guinness Factory, we were told, is unbelievable in the sense that they, even for kids, they have like animations and all, like it's supposedly really fun. And I was really bummed we didn't do that. And then Ashley, of course, I was bummed about the Guinness Factory. Ashley was bummed because I guess they have the oldest book in the world there, which everyone's like, the Bible, well, yes and no. It's like, I guess the Gospels were put together first.
Okay.
And I know, again, we don't know, but it's supposed to be on display there. You got to be real.
At the Guinness?
No, at the Guinness. Just in Ireland.
This place is awesome.
Somewhere in Ireland at I don't know, Castle or where it is.
It's the oldest book in the world.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
And so she was bummed that she didn't get to see that, which I would have been great to see that as well, because she studied that for school too.
Yeah, that'd have been. Yeah, the Guinness Factory, as you know, Guinness is one of my favorite beers. The Guinness Factory is like bucket. I mean, it's been a bucket list since.
I know. I wish I would have
10 years. You know what I mean? So if you ever want to go back, dude, I'll do it.
When we want to go back, just not when like there's a game.
Yeah.
Because also Dublin's cool. It's fun to do those things. But when we go back, we want to go to the outskirts because that's so beautiful out there. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't get to see any of that. We saw concrete everywhere.
Yeah. Still super rad experience, man. Mm-hmm. But the reason you were there was because the game. So let's jump into that. I'll give a little bit of overview, and then there's plenty to talk about, man. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we gave a prediction last week of this.
I lost. I get it, people. I lost.
Hey, man. But I don't think the
I'm 2-2 now.
I don't think the prediction was wildly inaccurate going into it. I think what we saw is maybe some things that worked well were might have been uncharacteristic of what we had seen so far this season in a good way, I will say.
For sure.
Obviously, we are 24-21 headed into our bye, 3-1. I think we are sitting comfortably at the top of the AFC North because apparently the rest of the
everyone
teams
else stinks in the AFC North.
Are just opting out this season. The Ravens are not opting out, just their defense is apparently. But let's do this. Let's start with a question that I think is kind of circling around the Steelers sphere here. Is this a confident Steelers win, or did the Vikings lose it?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think, you look at games, you look at who they've played, you look at records and this, that, and the other, and it's like, okay, they're supposed to beat the Vikings. They're supposed to beat the Pats. They're supposed to beat the Jets, things like that. So part of me says, I understand the question. I understand why you'd ask it. But a win is a win. You go on the road. You go literally on the road to another country. And this win meant so much for the Rooney family too. Like so much supposedly that Mr. Rooney went and talked to the team before the game. Like that never happened in my 18 years.
Jeez.
We all of us, Ike and Pounds and James Ferrier, were like, whoa, that's a big deal,
Yeah.
This one means a lot, especially because of Mr. Rooney, rest in peace. It was just, this was one, kind of like this Ohio State, Michigan, right? You can go 1-12. Like you got to win this one. This one meant more than all the other ones. So I'm so glad for the Rooney family that they got it. I think you went over and played a team that is not very good in the Vikings. I will say that. But you showed up. I think your defense finally started to show up, and you're starting to see, okay, like this is the defense we've been expecting. This is the defense we paid for. We'll talk about injuries, I know, with Ramsey. I think you go into this game knowing that they have, and we talked about it last week, talked about how good their coaching was.
Yep.
So there were some challenges to be had. I think they got after the Vikings. I think they got after Carson. I think they took advantage of the Vikings line and some injuries early. I think on offense, we did some things that we talked about on the show. So obviously they're listening to our show. It's clear. They put DK in the slot a lot more.
Yes.
Which is unbelievable. And I still think they could have utilized it more. A couple times Aaron threw to the back on the flat on third down when DK was on the slot running a quick slant where you take that throw quick. But they used the tight ends on some stick routes. I remember texting you like, there's the stick route we've been talking about. So I thought this might have been, without looking in close detail and in the numbers, this, that, and the other, Arthur Smith this might have been the best game he called. Just in terms of utilizing guys. Now, why did Pat Freiermuth not get targeted? Is that a Arthur Smith question, or is that a Aaron Rodgers question?
Sure.
Right? Because he may call things, but he's throwing to other guys. I think we utilized some tight end some. We'd like to use it more. We obviously used the run. I thought Gainwell played really well. When Warren was listed as out pregame, I was like, oh man, this is not good. But I thought Gainwell ran the ball hard. He ran outside. He did a lot of really good things. So I think, all in all, I think our coaches stepped up really well. I think the players played well, but I think the coaches stepped up. I thought the Vikings also helped as I was watching the game. Where we're good on defense against the run is when it's stretched out, right? We have speed. We've got Wilson. We've got Queen. We've got guys that get wide and can make plays. The downhill stuff is what hurt us so far this year. It felt like the Vikings kept trying to run outside, and that's playing into our advantage. And so I think that is clearly a win on our side, and I thought our guys played well. We'll definitely talk about the Peyton. I want to call him Peyton Wilson play. But all in all, I thought that this game going in, I was definitely nervous about it, but coming out of it, I'm really pleased with where they're going. I'm going to change some predictions as we start getting closer to some of these other games too.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was talking to Evan before we started filming. I'm like, I feel confident, and I felt confident throughout the whole game. Even when we got into the fourth quarter, it was 24-6 or whatever. I was like, they were starting to put a drive together. I'm like, from what I've seen today, they're not going to be able to do enough to make me worried here. I think the sands are going to run out. We're not going to, and then they started getting a little bit closer to some of those big plays, and I started getting nervous, but it just felt like our defense against a line that was injured and 3 of their starters were out, and a backup quarterback in Carson Wentz, who I think is a really good quarterback inconsistently. Which is like you can't bank on a game-winning drive on someone like that.
Yeah, and I'll say this too about him: is he battled, he played hard, and he got unlucky on a couple turnovers.
Sure,
TJ picking that ball off, which is huge. I think the other one might have got tipped too. I forget. So it's kind of those, just the way the ball right now, the ball is falling. Again, people argue because obviously the fumble that Ramsey picked up and ran back for a touchdown that was touched out of bounds, which was it's a crazy play in itself. So some people are like, well, the ball's not bouncing our way. Well, at the end of the day, it is when you're getting 5 turnovers one week, 2 turnovers the next week. You're playing defense, and that's what you want these guys to do.
I mean, you're looking at this. I mean, as what's influencing the way I'm looking at the game in that fourth quarter. I mean, 6 sacks, 13 QB hits. I mean, there wasn't gonna. You'd have to do one of those freak plays, whatever. But you had mentioned the coaching, how the coaching stepped up this week. I want to look at some of that stuff because there are a couple calls that made me think that maybe Tomlin and the coaching staff was being a bit more conservative on things that I feel like might not have been so conservative historically, and ended up paying off. But in the moment, I found myself being critical of the decisions when it felt like there were times where our offenses were clicking really, really well. I mean, 4th and goal from the 3 yards.
Is one at the end of the game?
Yeah, with the field, you go for a field goal there. It's or the one where they punted a 4th and 1 from the Vikings 40. I feel like those are things, especially when you establish a rhythm on offense. You're like, the 4th and 1. Let your guys finish it. Like let your guys get a yard. I felt like they had been doing enough to prove they could do that with Gainwell. You had mentioned Warren being out. I felt like when I got that news, I wasn't maybe as worried as I should have been. Maybe that's my ignorance, but I felt like since the acquisition of Gainwell, I'm like, I think that guy's, if the O-line can provide really well. I think he's a good runner.
Well, and I think the line played better, but there's still 77. He still has got to get better because on the 4th and 1 that we didn't make, he got beat. He put his head down and went inside, and the guy went right around him and made the tackle in the backfield. But all in all, they played better. Now I'll give them credit for hustling after play, recovering the fumble that Aaron that happened with Aaron. Great hustle down the field by that young man. I think, you talk about the coaching and the play call. Like, if you have all the issues that the Vikings had with the line and having Carson, why is the ball not coming out a little faster? Why are you trying to throw? Now, I understand you've got weapons down the field, but utilize those guys in some shallow stuff. Now, again, it reared its ugly head, the deep crosser to Justin Jefferson. He slips and falls where 99 times out of 100, he's going to score on that play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big-time play. I think they held him to a field goal after that play. I just think that the Vikings didn't help Carson personally. Okay, not near the line, and our guys got after him. You cannot drop back 5-7 steps, hold the ball for 3 and 4 seconds when you've got a pass rush like we have. Benton got after it. He finally started to do something that he hadn't done much all year. I mean, he was an animal this game.
A career game, yeah.
And so I think those are all really big things, good things. I think in terms of, I know this is going to be the controversial talk, and people I'm sure are talking about it, is the Tomlin go for it on 4th down on the 3-yard line or whatever it was towards the end of the game. I'll kind of give my 2 cents on all of it. Now, being there at the game, I don't know how they showed on TV. It was 4th down. Aaron and the offense came off. The field goal team went out. And Aaron came over and was like very adamant to Mike about something. And then Coach T changed his mind. So and now when he went back out, I thought it was just going to be to try and draw him off sides type thing. Okay, you go out and try and draw off sides, then we'll kick.
Okay.
But it appeared, again, I'm just saying, from my opinion, what I saw with my eyes, not hearing anything, it appeared that Aaron changed Coach T's mind.
Interesting.
Because they were out there. And it might, Coach T's like, no, we're going to, and then Aaron's getting very animated. And next thing you know, Aaron goes back out. I think if I'm doing a pro-con debate, okay, the pros to going to it there are obviously, if you get the first down, the game is over. You score a touchdown, the game is over. Also, if you don't get it, the other team has to go a long way, and they haven't really done a whole lot. Now, granted, they scored earlier on a big play. I think the series before we still have to talk about that. But I think he probably feels pretty confident with his defense, the way they had been playing.
Yeah,
and we're like, listen, I don't care if they get the ball on the 2-yard line or the 1-yard line. They're not going to the 40-yard line to kick a field goal on our defense. We've been getting after them all day. I'm not concerned with that. There's your argument for going for it. Now, that being said, the other argument is kicking the field goal and making them then have to go all the way and score a touchdown.
Sure.
Obviously, it ended up working out. Now, the intentional grounding was a killer because they only needed 15, 20 more yards to give this kid a chance for a field goal. And it was looking a little scary. So some of those things got a little hairy in there. And again, that's on the Vikings. Why are you throwing balls down the field that are like, get the ball out of your hands and get moving? But so you look at it both ways. Obviously, it worked out, and we talk about that. We talked about it last week on the 4th down when Coach T called a timeout, and it worked against the Patriots. And we're like, why is he calling a timeout? Same sort of thing here. I know that there were a lot of people that I was sitting in the box with, former players, that are like, what are they doing? Like, we all were confused by it. But again, if I was going to argue for it, defense, and if you get it, the game's over. That being said, 3 points makes it 7, and that makes it a lot harder too. Yeah. No, and again, sitting in hindsight, we can say, okay, it was maybe not even the right call, but it worked. You know what they say, indecision there's more loss in indecision than wrong decision. Okay. All right. So it's like, hey, you got to pick one and go for it. And then we'll deal with the repercussions of it. And the gamble here paid off. You'd mentioned the intentional grounding, and I thought the delay of game, I felt like that was weak call. That's weak sauce. You gotta pump that up for him. That was a wild. Yeah. Was that a clock thing, or was the Vikings just kind of lollygagging? No, they didn't. No one lollygagged. There's some delays when like things are arguing and this, that, and the other. That's like Aaron probably looks at that official, tells him to pump, and he probably pumps it. I mean, it's just. Sure. I thought that was a tough call. I will say this. I'll say that the series before, when they hit the big pass on us, which was mind blowing, that they got a guy wide open behind us. The fact that Peyton Wilson ran that guy down, not like he had an angle. He just flat out said, I'm going after this guy. Now, we all know he came out. That was one of the things about him coming out, is he had speed. That play right there should have endeared him to Steelers fans. Regardless of what you think for him, you should love that guy forever. Because that's embodying Steeler, like the Steeler way. Never quitting, never getting up, never giving up. Chasing Addison down. Now, I'll say this. Addison not scoring is that's mind-blowing to me. How do you not get to the 2-yard, 3-yard line and dive, or as you get tackled, reach the ball? But anyway, when he makes that tackle, it takes them 4 more downs to score. At least a minute goes off the clock. 65 seconds. Yeah. If they score right there, you can now kick the ball deep, play defense, use the 2-minute, use your timeout, and play the actual game on the onside kick. And now the game, if they say the Steelers go 3 and out, now you're getting the ball at midfield. I mean, it's a totally different ball game. Look back on that play later in the season. If the Steelers are finding ways in, and maybe they get like a 1-game, that play might go down. It goes down as the play of the game, but it might go down as one of the plays. It'll go down as the top 10 play, maybe top 5, maybe the play of the season when we look back on the season. That play, I say to you, Peyton, unbelievable. That's called being a Pittsburgh Steeler. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, so Carson Wentz, if he throws an actual ball to him, I think he scores on that. I mean, he threw a ball where he had to stop and but you don't want to overthrow a wide open guy. No, for sure. Like safe bet, I totally get that. Yeah, the fact that he got open behind the coverage, and it's that guy. It's wide open. I mean, that's one of their guys. Wide open. I'd love to know, like, was it busted cover? Like, what obviously had to be busted. What happened? But yeah, that effort was, I mean, it was phenomenal. But another thing I want to look at is on our side of the ball. We've been talking about this since
I think DK's sign to the Steelers is, oh, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. Like, can't wait. And I feel like I hadn't seen it at all this year until this game. I feel like the use of DK Metcalf was exactly what all of us have been wanting. I mean, like you said, you're moving him around in the slot. He was running different routes. You're giving him 50-50 balls, which is like, just do that.
Right. Well, and the unique thing is they never really threw it like like none of those passes really traveled him that I can imagine. I have to go back and look at, but none of them traveled more than probably 20, 25 yards. Now, DK went for 80, but that was on an in route that probably is at a 15 or 20 yard depth. It's not like we're throwing 30, 40 yard bombs down the field to him. Aaron hits him on a beautiful back shoulder over the top fade that I don't know how you ever stop. Aaron is so good at throwing that ball. DK goes up and plucks it. You moved him in the slot. You got him catching little slant balls. They do this little, like, it's a run. It's probably an RPO. It's a run fake, and he throws a quick slant backside. Those kind of things are just huge. And again, there was at least one or two different times in the game that they had it spread out where DK was in the slot and Aaron threw to the back to Gainwell on the right. One time he got tackled short of the first down and third down, where I was yelling DK in the slot, and DK showed up a quick slant. And so I think that Aaron will look at that, and he'll continue to utilize DK all over the field. I think Arthur Smith doing a great job moving him around. We used to do the same thing. We'd put Martavis Bryant in there. You'd put AB in there. You put a big-bodied, just straight-line fast receiver in there, Chase Claypool, and just let him run. Yeah. Because then all of a sudden it's like he's taking safeties out of play. Because the next thing you do is you run him through, and then you utilize the tight ends behind him. Let them run their little 10-yard in routes to 12. Let DK clear out. And now you've got the tight ends utilized in the middle of the field a little more.
Oh, especially if you come out the gate that and you start doing that early. You know what I mean? Establish that as something that we're going to be looking for. What do you think changed in the DK usage? I mean, is it just opportunity presented itself? Is it like, it seemed like a more schematic, thoughtful integration?
I would say that there's definitely some thoughtfulness and intentionality in putting him in different places and utilizing his skill set. I also think that there's probably some comfort level. Aaron and DK starting to feel it, starting to get more comfortable, starting to, gauge each other, feel each other out a little bit. So I just think that they're just growing in their relationship, and it's going to continue to get better, in my opinion. Because I don't think we've still utilized him in the red zone the way that we could.
Sure.
The potential that's still there.
Yeah.
There's still a whole nother part. If I had this playbook, there's a whole section in the back that's still available for DK in the red zone, DK, different things.
Well, and was my instinct in thinking, what are we spending our bye week on, other than obviously recovering from this, is the red zone. I mean, we're 1 for 3 in the red zone, which is uncharacteristic of Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
And when you have 11-foot tight end, 2 other tight ends that are lethal down there, and DK Metcalf, like, what are we doing there?
Yeah, I think that what we need to see, and we will see maybe, especially now that Calvin Austin, I think, as we talk about injuries, that's going to be a big one that they lose him. I think we'll probably have to start seeing some more Roman Wilson and some Scotty and things like that. But I think what you should see, or what I would do if I was a coordinator, is I would send in my jumbo package, because that's, again, I want to make sure we hit on the run game.
We saw that.
Because the run game was much more successful, and one of the reasons is because of the extra linemen.
Yes.
They bring in the extra linemen, and it just creates more opportunity in the run game. And so kudos to Arthur Smith, the team, for finding ways to be able to run the ball. So I think that was really big. So what I would say is, what you do in the red zone, what I would do to create uniqueness is I would bring in what we call a jumbo package. Have all your Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, Mount Washington, an extra lineman, have that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you don't want to bring the extra lineman in, have DK come in. So you have one receiver and all these tight ends.
Yeah.
And it looks like running. And maybe if you don't want DK in, put him out and bring the extra lineman. And then it's just, they bring in then their heavy defense, and they have everybody in there to stop the run. And you break the huddle, everyone's in there, and you line up in a heavy package like we're about to run the ball, and then you break out. Set, and everyone goes, and now you're utilizing your tight ends as receivers, and they're matched up now against linebackers, safeties, guys that are in to stop the run. And now you can use 11-foot Darnell, you can use the quickness of Jonnu and of Pat, and you still have a running back in there, so you can do those things and create matchup issues. So I think that, to me, is what I would do as the next go around in the red zone is create those matchup problems, because you can't just send all your receivers out there, because you're down. We've been talking about second receiver forever, and now your second receiver's out.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. And if you want to put DK in there, put him in there, and maybe he takes a safety and two guys over there, and you work your tight ends because you've got skilled tight ends that can be utilized in the red zone.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I would love to see that because you saw them bringing in Spencer Anderson and then pairing him up with another tight end on the edge there, and it was extremely successful. I felt like we did that a lot more too when we had Banner.
Yes, the big guy report type thing. Yes. And I think we'll continue to see it because we had success this week. Now other teams are going to start to, this is what we're going to do, whatever. But I think that if you want to run the ball and that'll open up the passing game, because this team is not meant to be a passing team right now, I don't believe. I don't think we can protect long enough. I mean, the first play of the game, Aaron gets slammed and dropped. I'm like, this is going to be one of them.
Yeah, just get it out of the way. You know,
he got slammed a couple times pretty good.
That's one thing.
It's not going to be feeling good, I'm just telling you.
That's one thing that if I'm very happy with what I saw by and large this week. One thing I'm always concerned about is your quarterback's in your 40s, man. Yes. And he's a tough guy. Obviously, I feel like he's from your generation where you guys got dad strength now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's built a little bit different, right? But you can only take so many of them
for sure
hits, man.
It's not gonna be fun.
You're talking about injuries. Obviously, there was report that CA3 had a shoulder thing. Jalen Ramsey hamstring, not a good look.
Faked the hamstring,
not a good look.
The real hamstring.
You fake it into a celebration,
man,
and then gets a real hamstring. Obviously, we hope that isn't anything serious. JPJ's still out, but you had Sean Elliott come back from injury and have a phenomenal game.
Play really well. He's the heart and soul of that secondary. Energy, emotion, he brings it.
You saw it, man. He said it at an absolute tone. You didn't see a whole bunch of Jabril Peppers, but that's probably why. So, yeah, man, I feel like there was a lot of tape there for Steelers fans to be hopeful for moving on.
For sure.
Is having a bye after a performance like that going to be a good thing, or is that going to be a bad thing in that you can't establish a weekly rhythm of performing like that?
Well, remember, we have 2 byes. Those are the Browns.
Just Cleveland.
Maybe 3 because we had the Bengals after that too. They look terrible.
We should talk about that after this. Just the division.
Yeah, I think because it's always good to. I mean, it's good to get a bye. I hate the bye this early. We talked about that. I think it'll help anytime you can have a week without a game to get guys healthy and rested, but not having Ramsey is going to be a big deal. Not having Calvin as your number 2 receiver could be a big deal. Don't know in terms of everyone else what's going on out there. JPJ, is he coming back at some point? I think that'll be good because if he's not back after the bye, what are we doing? He should have went on IR.
Listen, I don't know anything that
hurt his 2 hamstrings. I don't know how do you pull 2 hamstrings?
Well, if you want to get them both out the way.
Yeah, let's not do one. Let's do 2.
Yeah, I don't know anything you don't know, but I don't know that he's coming back soon. I would assume Alex is coming back after
the bye.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But again, as great as we talk about Alex, we know Alex is great. He's a great friend. He's a great football player. Right now, Herbeck's playing awesome. Jack Sawyer's playing great. So it's a good problem to have when your guys that are backing up are playing well. Mm-hmm. Coach Tomlin, next man up, next man up. The next men up are next men and upping.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Do you? So obviously, what's up, Ed? Obviously, the skill set is different with Herbig and Highsmith. Do you think a defensive performance like we just saw would Alex's skill set's going to just magnify that, or do you think that Herbig's skill set is working well within that? Because Herbig being more of a speed guy,
I think Alex. I mean, Alex is a great player. Is that spam?
I'm so excited about that. Come on.
I don't know that I've ever. I mean, that when the last time I had spam was
probably when you Hawaii.
Maybe ever
today.
Maybe today.
You want a little peanut butter cup in your eggs?
I think anytime you bring back a player like that, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be we got to put Herbig. I think it'll be fresher. I think you'll rotate him. So I don't think that's a bad move. I am concerned about the Ramsey injury, Calvin Austin injury. Some of those are a little concerning, but other than that, I love the way we played, and I think that we can just keep benefiting from this. I think we can build on this. I don't think having a bye will slow down the momentum.
Okay. All right, well, Chef Evan.
Hello.
Welcome to the family dinner.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Football and Family Dinner brought to you by Giant Eagle. And I also want to take this moment.
You want to move it?
No. I'll get the skin. Can you get the skin off my fingers down there that just fell?
I also want to take this moment to thank the lovely people over at Pondley Hockey for sponsoring this episode. We appreciate you guys. Evan, we knew you were dialed in early. We knew you woke up early for this one.
I did.
Did you watch the game, Evan?
Absolutely.
Well, before we go, tell us what we have, please.
Okay, yeah.
Because I want to.
The one you burnt your fingers on, that is called a tot hot dish.
A hot, of course.
Should have known.
Hot dish.
Yeah.
So it's hot. And above that is an Irish stew. And in the middle there is some Spam musubi.
What is that? It's
sushi rice with Spam on top of it and a sweet soy sauce and a seaweed wrap.
Huh. Is that what they eat over in Ireland?
No.
Very Irish. It's very Irish.
It's not.
It's an island, isn't it?
I'm not sure about this.
Did I do this wrong?
I am not sure about. Oh, okay, I got it.
That's how you tell it's good.
So we had that one actually might be on me, boys. We had 6 recipes, I think, for
Seems like
Ireland
big bite
and
for him.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
they got flipped.
they got one of them. I don't know. One of them got flipped.
That's
Or
all
I
right.
took that from LA or something.
That's what makes it a great cookbook. You wanted it sooner.
All I
Spam
saw was what was on there. I'm like, put that in. Put that one in.
What is Spam?
No one knows.
It's kind of one of those things.
No
Yeah,
one knows.
Yeah.
It's
It's not really meat.
don't
Canned ham.
just don't ask too many
Is
questions.
it really? How much ham's in it? Not enough.
It's
Okay.
it's made from natural flavors.
And
Yeah.
ingredients.
Thank you very much. I do have a funny story real quick.
yeah.
Because we're thanking Giant Eagle for this amazing food that they supply with Evan. And I was over there with our good friend Bill
Yes.
Norman from Giant Eagle. So I was on the Steeler pregame tailgate, and we were up in this like area, and there were a bunch of fans out there, so they were yelling for us, man, pictures, kept yelling for an hour or so, or the whole time we were up there. And I was talking with Pounce, Mr. Bill, and at some point Pounce was like, Bill, they're not saying Ben, they're saying Bill. And he was like, oh. Started laughing. That was the greatest thing ever. So, Bill, you're right. They were after you. I get it.
Hey,
but
big deal.
thank you for helping with this. And yes, I know you said it. Pondley Hockey.
Yeah. All right, Evan.
Yes.
So,
Give us hot takes, hot plates. Chef Evan, what did you love? What did you hate?
I thought it was roughly 55 minutes of complete football. You know,
Okay.
I think it went well. It fell apart towards the end.
what fell apart?
I don't know. I think a little bit of everything there. Everybody saw it. It was kind of like a hold your breath moment there for.
Can't you Steeler fans just be happy?
I am. I'm very happy.
know-
You know what? You're right.
Come on, man.
I'm very happy.
No,
I
have
think
your own experience. Have your own experience. Go ahead.
I think that it was a good game. I saw a lot of things that I liked.
Break it down for us. What early? What did you? How did you feel?
Pass to DK, that felt like Steeler football to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think Gainwell did a good job running. I think that was
Line block a little better.
the line and defense. There was a great takeaway by TJ there. There was a lot of good defensive plays. Patrick Wilson running that guy down.
How about that?
22.4 miles an hour.
Steeler Nation gonna love him for a while, aren't they?
Yep, that's what we like.
Talking about blocking, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Aaron's block.
Oh man,
I mean, lowered the shoulder on a guy.
And Rodgers did?
yeah,
Yeah, you didn't see that?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
On a
man.
reverse or something?
It was on that run to the left that came out around,
I must have
and
missed
he was following the ball, and he just shouldered right into this guy's ribs.
I saw him running
Did
that
the
direction.
guy go flying? Like
I mean,
did?
he laid him out. The coverage on the actual play as it was happening looked legit. The
Yeah,
replay, I was like, dude, you need to do that.
He was.
you didn't do that.
It's like he was falling.
Yeah,
he
he
was,
was like-
falling anyway, and
Bro, I
Rodgers
saw-
just like.
I saw Aaron running over there. I was like, what are you going to do?
That's what
And
I said. I was screaming. He's blocking. He's
And
blocking.
he lowered the shoulder. I was like, Aaron, my man.
It's the little things
How did I
that.
miss that?
I don't
Get us
care if that guy
excited.
ever came close. I like to see it. I love to see it. 8. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the go for it on fourth down on the goal line?
Yeah, but I think I'd pick a different play.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Yes, I agree.
I always like coach from the beanbag and say like I wouldn't have called that play. You know what I mean? Like I know what I'm doing. Like it's a Madden game.
Yeah, you get the
know?
Madden recommendation
Yeah.
or whatever.
Just shut the game off if I don't like the result. No, that's not how it works. But I think I would have chose a different play. But
it does blow my mind. Like, it feels like it happens a lot of times where you're on a 4th and short and the play call is something like ridiculous. You're like, see, that's why we shouldn't have gone with it. I'm like, no, that was like a trash play. Like, that should have been like your last option.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
maybe we should just try to run it through all these linemen. They're all going to come through to the middle. Like, let's just try to go that way.
Hey, they're crowding the box. Let's go that way.
But again, easier said than done. Like, you know, you have probably minimal time in that situation. And is that enough time for your quarterback to drop back and throw a fade to a tight end? You know what I mean? It is? Okay.
Absolutely.
Perfect. This quarterback.
He says yes. Yes.
Not
it is.
you, this
Easier to-
quarterback.
It's easier. It's not as hard as think.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we talked about injuries. We talked about some of the concerns. Is there anything else from this game? Because I do want to. Yeah. Anything else from this game? Any other thoughts? I thought we talked about the Peyton. We talked about obviously injuries could be concerning a little bit moving forward, potentially, depending on who's got what.
I thought the atmosphere looked awesome.
Oh, it was.
Just
Aussie.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
so overall, I thought it was a really cool experience. And then I got to watch football the whole rest of the day too. So it was like, I'll wake up at 9 every Sunday and watch football from 9 to bedtime. I enjoyed that.
I did think that was an awesome experience. I didn't even think about the fact that it was just from waking up. We watched the Bucks Eagles game.
You have to if you're a football fan over there, like if you're a real football fan, you don't sleep because games don't come on till like 1, 2 in the morning sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. Bam, they had it was like there's 2 games on Tuesday. Who knows playing on Tuesday?
Yeah.
But it was because it was like a 2 o'clock in the morning kickoff.
Tuesday night. What do they have Tuesday night football?
No, it's Tuesday morning football.
Tuesday morning football.
Tuesday morning football. It was crazy.
You got to wake up early. The Guinnesses start flowing.
That's where the Irish coffee comes from.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
They're tailgating.
There it is.
Man.
So I know we have a bye week. I do like. Oh, sorry. I like to use the tight ends a little more, but I don't know why we didn't even think about looking at Pat.
Yeah, I don't know. The numbers are weird for tight ends this year. I think they're not being utilized a whole lot, and I get it because they're putting Darnell Washington in there to block because he's good at. He's a big man. He's
because other people can't block.
Matt Washington. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but
good.
I think doing that, like utilizing tight ends down around the goal line and at a certain spot in the red zone is probably better than just trying to force the ball.
Yeah.
Through bodies.
Good and bad news. That's really good. Bad news is I definitely burnt some skin in my mouth.
Yeah, strike 2.
Well, it is. It's hot. It's in the description.
It's hot. I know.
Yeah.
I was hungry.
You don't want that cold.
I mean, listen, I haven't eaten real food in a week. Let's be honest.
Food over there wasn't good.
So we're gonna touch on this. It was okay. No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't that great. It's okay.
People were amazing though.
People are great. City's awesome. We're gonna touch quickly on. We have a bye. We know that.
Yes.
We got a little special something next week for you guys.
Oh yeah, we can announce that actually.
Okay, well, I'll let you announce it because you know the details. We can announce it here if you want.
Yeah.
Right now with Evan here, but let's quickly, 30 to 60 seconds, talk about 2 weeks against the Browns. We'll talk about it more next week as we get closer. But before we even see that, what's our thought going into the Browns game? Right, in 30 to 60 seconds.
They have a pretty decent defense.
Yeah.
So, just being able to move the ball on them and get ourselves in position to score might be a little difficult. But offensively, I'm not really concerned about the Browns.
So I hear, okay, good.
Yeah.
So I hear you say the Browns are terrible. No worries, win.
No, like I said, their defense, I mean, I think it's going to be a win, but I don't think it's going to be like a walk in there and wipe the floor and then leave.
Or like wipe the rear end.
Yeah, the Browns
off the rear.
The Browns.
Well, I said it's our second bye in a row, so that's how I feel.
Okay.
Shador Sanders might be starting by then. Gabriel.
Well, let's retire his jersey. He's going to start a game. Put it up in the rafters. My goodness.
It might. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I don't foresee a big issue with the Browns. So we'll dive into it next. I'm going to keep my W here. I'm going to keep my W. No, some places, some teams you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, but you're not playing them. You know what I mean? Like
we're not going out.
Something said about that.
Yeah.
Spence.
Yep. Last one.
As you give me the last beer, Evan, stay here.
Okay.
Tell us what we have next week.
So next week's interesting because next week, since it's a bye week, we're going to give...
we don't get to go on vacation, I guess.
Yeah,
I thought we used to go on vacation during the bye weeks, but I guess not.
No, we are going to take a little trip, though.
Oh, are we?
Everything we're doing right here, Ben, you see? See how I'm pouring this beer? We're eating this food. Chef Evan's standing right there, hanging out, talking about how bad the Browns are. We're going to do that, but we're also going to invite some members of the Footballin family.
What?
Yeah, because we...
Here to the basement?
Well, not here. Unfortunately, you only got this many seats, so I don't think we can do that. We're going to take it to a Giant Eagle Market District.
No.
The show is on the road.
Do we have a bus, like a cool bus, like the game day bus?
Yeah, I think.
Or are we just going to pile with Evan?
I think we're going to just hang glide in. What? I think we're hang gliders, and we're going to go in there. That's what I think. Don't hold me to that. I have to check the email. But yeah, we are doing a live show next week. Live show, Giant Eagle Market District. And not only that, we're inviting some of the Footballin family. There are 50 spots available for Footballin family to come join us at Giant Eagle. It's going to be we're actually going to film it next Monday.
Oh.
It's a few days.
Wow.
50 spots.
You ready?
Yeah.
And you're probably wondering, well, how do I get one of those spots? And that's a great question, Evan. Thank you so much for asking that because it's first come, first serve. All you have to do Wednesday, not when you see this, but Wednesday, whatever, the 1st, October 1st, tomorrow, from when we are filming this, on the at Footballin with Ben Instagram, we will have a post. Follow that Instagram. When that post is dropped, that link will become available. It's first come, first serve. So the first 50 people that click the link, fill out whatever it has you fill out. You will be.
What time is that? Are we not telling them? They just got to keep checking in. Just keep checking.
Hey, listen. For the people who will be attending, it will be in the afternoon. It will be like after work, depending on what job you have.
Depending on what work.
It won't be in the middle of the day. But Monday, October 6th is when we're going to film it. But first 50 people that sign up when we drop that at Footballin with Ben on Instagram, that link will be there for you to do that. After it's full, it's full. But we'll hopefully do it another time. But we thought we'd give the bye week an opportunity for you to come, see the show, sample the beers here. Our good friends over at Giant Eagle have done all kinds of awesome stuff. So you guys get this experience that we do every week. You're going to be able to do it with us. You're going to sample the beers here with Ben. You're going to get to taste Chef Evan's food.
What?
He's got a secret menu.
Oh, Evan, you're cooking there?
I guess so.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you
they'll have the same beer as us, same food as us.
Yeah. You'll be sitting 3 feet from them.
What?
Yeah, talking about the Browns.
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff planned, so we're excited for that. So at Footballin with Ben on Instagram, follow that if you are not already to get that. Wednesday, October 1st is when it will drop, and then when it does, first 50 people sign the link. It's free.
Awesome.
Just got to be there.
Can't wait. That'll be cool.
Super sick, bro.
Well, thank you again to Ponley Hockey for sponsoring the show. Thank you to Giant Eagle and Bill and his lovely wife Cindy. All the people at Giant Eagle for the family dinner food. We appreciate that. Thank you for next week. We look forward to seeing you all there. And, well, we can live stress-free this weekend.
Feels good.
Well, I mean, you might not because you got Notre Dame to worry about.
No, we'll be fine.
Okay. So, anyway, stress-free weekend. We were definitely stressed watching this game last week. Some of the guys up in the box, we were not quite sure what was going on at times, but we got the win, which is the most important thing. We are 3-1, Evan. I'm 2-2 in my picks, but we're 3-1, which is a good place to be, going to a bye week to get rested up. We will see you when we see you. Thanks for joining us. Have a great time. Later.